Hey guys, welcome to my stop on the Natalie Dill subscription hop. It just had a ring to it. I had to keep going with it. But congratulations, Natalie, on her 500 subbies. I think she's definitely way over that now after we've planned it. There's so much inspiration to find from her, and I'm shocked that she was just reaching 500 subbies, but I know her channel is relatively new. So I'm going to scraplift this one, which is tons of fun shimmers and not very much paper, which actually perfect. I have these 3 photos. I don't know if I'll end up using all 3 or if we'll just use 2. I might toss one. I did mat them on white cardstock already. And I have just enough of Truly Grateful left that I went ahead and I pulled colors from it to hopefully do the same mixed media and tearing, and then we will layer it on another piece of either pattern paper or white cardstock, or I think I have I think I might go dig through my what is it, Studio Calico. I have a big paper pad that has just grid papers in it, so might do that. But yeah, let's get started. So excited to get some crafty time done, and I'm on time with the hop. Actually, Jackie's got her butt in gear. So what I've got is some Vicky Bouton foundations paper, and I'm just going to paint some strips of some colors. So I'm going to use Mint to Be, I forgot. So the little pots are original shimmers, Mint to Be, Pip Pip Cheerio, and Pumpkin. The sprays are Mango Tango, and I believe, what's it called? There's a purple one that doesn't have shimmer. Like some of them, like all the original Shimmers paints have shimmer. The sprays do not. Did I use Rockefeller Blues? I must have. Rockefeller Blues that has shimmer in it, and Punked Up Purple. So those are the colors I used. And so I just painted strips on the paper, so I got kind of the same effect that she had, and I really like doing this and then tearing it, or like doing mixed media on another paper. I don't do this very often. I'm not like a super, like, I'm a mixed media crafter. I dabble in it. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I dabble in it, but I would love to do this more, where you actually do mixed media on one paper and then either cut it up, die cut it, silhouette cut it, something, and then use that on your page. Another way to use your mixed media. So I'm painting those strips, and then we're going to set that aside to dry, and then I am going to go get my Studio Calico. I would believe it was a Color Theory. It's a paper pad. It's 12 by 12, and there's just like some grids, and they're in color. So I end up grabbing like a red one. And then I'm going to do splatters of all those colors that I just did. I'm just kind of marking where that paper is going to end, so I know that my splatters will be, concentrate them below that. And now that I'm looking at my page, I see that I can see my mark, and it did not get covered up by the paper. So that was poor on my end, but it ended up looking good. So I do that, and then I'm just going to set both those things aside and let them dry so that they get complete drying time and we don't have to worry about smudging or anything like that. And so I am playing with Pink Paisley's Truly Grateful by Paige Evans. Because, yeah, I only have 6 by 8 pad left and a bunch of embellishments. So I figured this would be a good one to get some of the embellishments used up, some of the bigger ones even. And then play with some sequins. So I'm going to dig in some sequins. So now that I have those 2 things drying, what I did is I went through and picked out my sequins, and I ended up grabbing, and then I don't remember what I grabbed. One is actually a holiday one. I want to say like Modern Holiday and Vintage Dowry or something like that, because modern holiday and vintage dowry, because they both have iridescent pinks, blues, greens, yellows in Vintage Dowry. Like some of those are very subtly different. And then the Modern Holiday just had the beautiful deeper blues and some like silvery, and they had the glass little bubble ones. So I just grabbed a bunch of those. So now I've torn my mixed media paper, glued it onto my grid paper, and we're just going to start setting everything up. And I'm realizing, so I'm trying to figure out, I want to use some of these words. I have so many of them left. I really like this big yes, but I'm not using it. And I'm realizing that where the photo and everything drips down or comes down from that mixed media paper, she has some mixed media on her background as well. And I'm like, oh shoot, didn't even notice that. So I am going to, after I put some of that giant foam tape roll behind my photos, which it's a lot smaller than it used to be. I've used it quite a bit. After I do that, I'm going to actually, we'll kind of figure out what embellishments I want to use. I definitely want to use that ampersand and this beautiful purple heart circle because they're bigger, and use them. And then I'm going to actually just go take some Mango Tango and packaging technique it right where the photos. And now I should have done a little bit more to the left. It doesn't quite get down as low as I maybe could have done it either, because I ended up covering a lot of it up. But I didn't gesso or anything, so it doesn't move around like I would love it to. But it does get some movement, and it does get some layering, and the other colors kind of still shine through it. So right now it looks like someone was massacred on it, but it doesn't look like that in person because it is more of like a corally pinky color. So but yeah, so I'm really liking that. And so while that's drying, because that is kind of saturated, I'm going to go ahead and instead of one long line of sequins, which I really like that she did, I decided I'm going to do some scattered, like I'm going to do little lines and kind of stagger them throughout the colors. So that is what I'm going to do. So I'm just taking bits and pieces from both those sets, that Modern Holiday and Vintage Dowry, and just taking random ones and just putting a line of Nouveau Deluxe adhesive down and just lining up some sequins. That's it. That's all I did. And I love it. I love the giant line that she did, but I just wanted to add a little bit more to my that top layer. So I did the lines of them. Now what I should do is go sprinkle some more down at the bottom, but I did not, and I don't know if I will. But now I'm just going to start gluing things down and making some clusters. I really like this All We Need Is Each Other a lot. I could have cut it apart. That might have been better. But I decided to use it in its fullness and put it kind of down below the photos. And then I'm going to use Lucky Together, those two words from those word puffies, which I don't mind. And then I found had this one little piece of scrap that was like a pinkish paper that has like the gold kind of diamond shape pressed into it. I'm just going to tuck a strip of that under the one photo, glue this down, just start gluing things down, and that is it. I really like the way this came out. Off camera, I decided to add some of the wood buttons. I just added 3 just because there was some weird spaces there, so I just added 3. I like the where I put them. It's a very cute layout. I really love it. I don't even know where I'm going to journal yet. Haven't decided. So I'll have to figure that out. But thanks for watching, you guys. Make sure you check out everybody else who's celebrating with Natalie. And congrats, Natalie. We love you. You are so creative. Thanks again, guys.